Alright, I decided, since this exists, I might as well just record some of it. I've already done, like, a minuscule amount of the intervallo, but whatever. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Obviously, if you're watching this, spoilers, no shit. I mean, Do I have to do all three then? Yes, I do. This is a component part taken from the structure that forms H-Corp. This may prove to be an opportunity to conduct an in-depth analysis on the nature of the former H-Corp singularity, which has been enduring for such a long time. Huh, you look kind of upbeat today, Miss Faust. I need to get better at speaking. I really do. Water. Indeed, an opportunity to study the old H-Corp singularity is not one that comes often. As there was potential for integration into Mephistopheles, I made a request to discipline. God, I suck. Why does she speak with, like, words? Okay, you guys can read. I clearly can't read myself. I'm actually illiterate. So you just get to hear me laugh at the occasional comedy. Well, I say occasional, but it's very often from what I've seen already. Fucking nerd. And yep, that is exactly what I mean by it comes very often. Oh my fucking days. Oh my god. I'm not gonna have a throat by the end of this, am I? Oh boy. Also, if I read too quickly for you guys, yeah. I don't know, just rewatch, I guess. Just rewatch it if you're just watching this for whatever reason, I guess. If you're not gonna just play this. Jesus Christ. I have no idea what I'm doing. Also, my friend noticed this earlier. This? I don't think you're supposed to do that, Don. I really don't think you're supposed to be doing that. It's probably not the best. Yes, Don is an expert now. Okay, so yeah, that's really interesting, actually. Okay, I wanna watch Force get fucking blown up again. Oh god, on war? Losing a wing wall leaves a much larger, longer-lasting impact than some medium-sized enterprise closing up shop. Yeah, no shit, mate. No fucking shit. If there's gonna be a war, it's gonna have lasting effects rather than just, you know, that. We came pretty darn close to one recently. Yeah, no we didn't. That is a lie. This never happened. Ooh. Oh, I'm so entertaining. This is really what people watch when they have nothing else to watch. It's either that or people are just here to fucking listen to me ramble on at the fucking screen for God knows how long now. My last two videos were like 10-15 minutes long. This is gonna be like an actual age. Dude, you can't smoke in classrooms. Never mind. I like how she has a fucking rabbit pin. It's fucking amazing. Actually, speaking of Xilu, like, I was not expecting to see Xilu without all that fucking battle gear on. And then here she is in her definitely very formal glory.
Back in my day.
He's just... all he's doing is fucking smoking. Now I know enough about urban and trench warfare to give an explanation of my own. Oh my god. No one wanted to risk fighting in concrete jungles where they could be surrounded by enemies at all times, so everyone tried to draw each other out to an open battlefield, which naturally turned into trench warfare. I'm already doing this thing where I'm looking at this and saying something completely different. Oh my god, I understand it now. Of course, every wing has a different singularity, so this isn't really applicable to all cases. It's just that the former G-Corp found flat plains easier to maneuver in. I mean, generally, yeah, running across, you know, a flat plane is going to be a lot easier than running up a hill. I feel like, I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it like Daguanyan or something? It's too many... it's too much. I can't say that easily, or like, God forbid, quickly. Also, Sinclair, shut up. This should explain why they were hesitating outside. Oh god damn it! Remember the thumb fellas, the ones we met who were going in circles? Please, please. Yes, I can read it! Not to mention how the Haisho all utilize the topography of Hongyuan differently. Even if an outsider were to get a read on how one of the branches maneuver around Hongyuan, as long as the 12 Haisho branches are standing, Hongyuan is unassailable. But what if they were just better than the Haisho? What then? Well, despite going into all that, I'm sure we all know what the best answer in all warfare is. Not having a war in the first place! Yeah, that would actually make sense. I'll be honest, I can't stop thinking about some of the stories you've been telling us. I can't even imagine what it would have been like to have to not only witness it, but go through all that. Oh, Sinclair, no! We did visit your fathoms, Gregor, but that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. Oh no, spoilers for Canto 1. How dare you, Sinclair? Holy shit! That's definitely not a reference to the name of his ego. Oh my god. No fucking way. Lament. Lament. Pling, 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 pling. I need to shut up. Unless if you guys actually like this, I need to shut up. Can this bit of dust? There we go. This chaos within Hongyuan needs to come to an end soon, lest something so horrible could happen. I'm heading to my next class. Wait for me. Wah, wah, wah. Even after the two students had left, Gregor lingered in that room for a while, lighting up cigarette after cigarette without erasing what he wrote on the chalkboard. Smoke soon filled the room. He left only after emptying the entire pack. Aww. Poor guy. I was completely absorbed in the exhilarating tales of fixes. I even forgot to breathe at one point. That is not healthy. Oh, yes! 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 You fool! Fucking nod. Nod. Anyways, based on the skills I learned, I managed to recreate the model of a machine from Faust's blueprint. I don't think that's the best idea. Clearly. Oh my god. Oh, it's this bitch. Dayu, I think it was. Yes, I'm right. I'm so smart. Why does he say this? She was really insistent on helping me out, even though I refused because she looked preoccupied. Christ. Preoccupied. I cannot fucking speak. The moment I found out about the contents of his lesson plan, I simply could not allow him to do this alone. Oh, Honglu, you stupid fuck. What have you done now? Apologies for the delayed greetings. Dayu of the Lin family formally extends her greetings to the venerable hierarch. I almost never get why anyone would ever want to talk about themselves in the third person when, like, greeting someone. Like, I am me. Me. I need to blow my fucking nose. This fucking video is gonna be like an age long. Just because I'm fucking ranting so hard at the fucking camera. Everything I did that day, including accompanying you, was under Miss Balchai's orders. As for why she no longer needed my services, I don't understand myself. She suddenly let me go after the trouble was over. I wonder why. So, what's there for you to teach me, big bro? Oh my god, just call him brother. I guess. Actually, yeah, he is probably just like... I don't know what I'm saying anymore. My brain is running in circles. Because it definitely has legs. Whatever. You could have taught me a thing or two if we were still kids, but come on. You spent most of your time stuck in Yihongwon before leaving Hongyuan. Okay, that's a bit of a mouthful. I don't know what you could possibly have to teach me. Hee, don't you worry, Zichun. This is the one thing I'm pretty good at. My lesson for Zichun and Sinclair is... In clear, neat handwriting, Honglu wrote surviving Hongyuan on the chalkboard. Oh well, I don't think I need any help in that department from you. Look, I know you've had your fair share of assassination attempts, big bro. But Jianghu, I mean, the previous hierarch and the Elder's favor sheltered you from the worst of it. She's not wrong. Back when we had to fight our way through a bunch of sweepers, weren't you also one of the handful who got assassinated? Oh, that? I was wandering the hallways because I felt like something was off about my room. Fair enough. Until Dante told us all to go back to our rooms, of course. Yes, it was my fault. Mine. You do have some intuition, I'll give you that. Looks like I'm gonna have to prove myself. Dayu, would you mind preparing the thing? What? You have my utmost faith, but please do practice caution. Sometime later, Lin Dayu appeared with 4 bowls splishing with tea before sprinkling some powder into one of them. What? That's powdered wolfsbane. I see where this is going. You're going to teach me how to tell which one of these bowls contains poison, right? You can stop now. I learned to recognize infamous poisons like wolfsbane when I was 7. If it was something as tame as what you're suggesting, Venerable Hierarch, I would not have been here to accompany him. Lin Dayu continued her process, sprinkling wolfsbane powder into 2 more bowls. Honglu, who was watching that with an oddly contented expression, closed his eyes. Please mix them up, Dayu. Okay, wait, what? We stared in confusion, but we could hardly tell what was going on with the speed at which Lin Dayu swapped around the bowls. When we looked back at Honglu, there were 3 silver spoons in his hand. Those silver spoons were custom made at Fuck! No! I'm illiterate! I can't say that! I can't say that! The place. I'll just call it the place. Those silver spoons were custom made at the place's request. A must-have item for children of the 4 great houses, so they can detect non-sulfuric poison as well. Yeah, I know they're actually... Actually, what? It's nothing. In Hongyuan, where we are beset by threats of assassination from all directions, knowledge alone isn't enough to save you. What the heck are you? But Honglu opens his eyes before giant... Fucking hell! I need to practice speaking. But Honglu opens his eyes before Jia Zichun can finish her sentence. Yes, I did it. I spoke words. Then, he throws the silver spoons in his hands like throwing pins towards 3 of the bowls. And immediately chugs the 4th bowl, which he hadn't thrown a spoon at. Holy crap, are you insane? You barely even checked them for? Zyron's Lua tea is always delicious, even when cooled. The 3 silver spoons Honglu had cast earlier were slowly melting away after quickly becoming tarnished black. Is Wolfsbane poison supposed to melt through metal? People like to be thorough with their poisons in Dagon Yuan. Since everyone's been trained for immunity since childhood, you have to make a mixture of various poisons to have... I said the place! I said it! Oh my god. Fine, I don't even want to argue. What's your secret? I want to know too. Do they sound different or something? Hee, I just went with my hunch. Just a hunch? How are we supposed to learn that? We're not Heathcliff, you know. You'll get the hang of it after a few tries. What about Zichun? She doesn't exactly have more than 1 attempt. Oh wait, no, she's not fucking drinking the poison. I'm a fucking idiot. I saw right through every assassination method Honglu prepared. Yeah. What a great lesson. I see. When you say that you just avoided whatever felt wrong with a hunch, you are reflexively identifying the threat by reading the room and connecting it to your intuitive experiences. Aha, you are using Miss Daiu's anxious breathing to clue you in. So this is how you manage to survive. So this is how you manage to survive for so long. Listen carefully, Zichun. I know that the adepts of each Haisho will come to your aid with a flick of your wrist, and I know that your residents... What the fuck is that name? Yuan Jiangwu? Yuan Jiangwu. Okay. Yuan Jiangwu. How the fuck am I gonna say that quickly? And I know that your residence, Yuanjiangwu, will be engineered by the best craftsmen to become a safe fortress stocked to the brim with all kinds of useful policies to protect your life. Even still, there will come a day when you start to feel this creeping sensation whose origin you can't identify. And when it does, I hope you won't brush off that sensation as nothing. You're worrying over nothing. Jia Zichun whipped around away from Honglu as if to express dissatisfaction, but her softened expression told me that she was glad to see him worried. Poor guy! Wait, why is it book guy? We just had Honglu. Oh, no, I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, that makes sense. Now I know enough about urban and trench warfare to give an explanation of my own. Yay! War! Yes! Oh god, I love this game. Oh wait, yeah, this is the place. Actually, considering I called Dagwonyon earlier the place, I don't think I should call this the place, but I'm gonna call it the place anyway. Every 6 days you'll be subject to midterms, prepared by the board directors, Jia Yuanchun. A palanquin has been prepared to take you to the exam sites, and only by passing the tests may Jia Zichun retain her status as the family hierarch. Ah! My lady. Oh, don't worry yourself over much, Master Wei. You sound like you're at a funeral. She will pass these tests with ease as long as she has been diligently taking her classes. No, I simply hope I can survive until she returns. It seemed that Wei's rather funereal voice wasn't just out of concern for Zichun. Wei, are you sure that you're okay? I can't escape them, even in dreams. The unfinished bundles of paperwork cascading over me like a storm, burying me. Steel yourself, for that was no dream at all. In fact, never have I once seen paperwork trained in the arts of airwalking until now. I must be severely sleep deprived. Bitch, you look the exact same as you always do. Looks like we're not the only ones going through the ringer. Oh, it's a battle lesson. What is this? Has class success rate in this? Yeah. Hey, you're one of the she boys. My fucking head immediately went to, is that a she association guy? But no, it's just some random dude. We finally meet. I hoped to fight you in the family hierarch war. If you'd run into me then. Isn't this supposed to be a sparring match? Why does it sound like you have a personal grudge against me? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Why in the world would I ever hold up grudge against you? The results of the family hierarch war couldn't be any clearer, and everyone even remotely connected to the mess is all being dragged away and put on... Oh my god! Under investigation! And hey, guess what? They dragged away half my family, which means more room for me. I should really thank you, right? Honestly, why don't you just declare a war against the Shi family at this point? Wouldn't that be much easier? War's not easy, it never is. What are you on about all of a sudden? It's not something we should be talking... God. Someone in the comments needs to count that. Every time I've done that so far. It's not something we should be talking so lightly about, even as a joke. Your family was arrested because they are under investigation for treason against Dagwon Yuan. If they're innocent, I'm sure they'll be released soon enough. I know it's pretty much a given that they'll all be ruled as guilty, regardless of what happened. You know I can't even pay them a visit because you've hidden their cells all over Hongyuan. They're not hidden. All holding cells within Hongyuan have always been designed to move around in very short intervals. You know, that does seem like the kind of design that would lead people to make some unfortunate assumptions, though I'm sure the initial purpose was to prevent escapes. I recently gained a better understanding of Hongyuan's structure, so I'm planning to change our policy so that prisoners still on trial are allowed to have fixed locations. Really? Where do you... I was lucky enough to take a few excellent classes recently. Managed to reflect upon myself a bit too. Huh. We did change a little. Still, you better not expect me to go easy on you. I've got my own things to take care of. Good. Come on, let's do this. The urge I had to say, come on, let's dance, is insane. Many illustrious fixers of the past have said that naught but disparagement awaits unjust victories. She's speaking like Dawn! She's speaking like Dawn! How long have I been recording? Half an hour! Yes, I have. Okay. Somehow this feels a lot smoother. This feels very smooth, actually, compared to what it normally would be. It's not even letting me pick. Alright. So is it literally just win rate gaming? I just get to watch the colors fly across my screen? Woohoo! Gameplay! Thank you, Kim Ji-hoon! Oh my god. You suck, Z-Tune. You lost a single clash. Fuck you. Victory. Oh, yeah, not much of a victory when she took a hit. Good for you. You won. Now stop giving me that look and get out of here. You lost most of your clan during the family hierarch war, didn't you? Yeah, so what? Are you calling me a penniless loser? Yeah. Damn. You little... Man, I need to say that with, like, more personality. And I'm sure that's what I look like to you, too. How many dots is that? That is... 7, if I'm able to count correctly. 7 dots. I don't want your... sorry, every clan member who died in the evaluation to have died for nothing. If I show weakness, that means I'm making everyone who participated in the evaluation look weak. What about Jianghu? What about Jianghu? He is not weak. So I'm going to win. And I'm going to win without the fertile soil my predecessors have left behind, because their legacy was unjustly nourished by the blood and tears of Hongyuan itself. 7 more dots. Shi Huajian. Huajian. I don't know how to pronounce that. Huajian? Huajian. I'm gonna pronounce that as Shi Huajian. You're tenacious, determined, and strong of will. That must be why everyone stood by you, down to the last man. You knew my name, ma'am? I do. So, what do you think? Want to make them sing your name in glory for the remaining history of Hung Yuan? That fucking cheeky-ass smile. God, I love the background art in this game. It's so good. When the fuck did we get Ishmael? Oh wait, yeah, now we got Ishmael. Rabies on a stick! Nah, I'm already pretty high on that. How do you manage to come out on top of your first sparring match? Congrats. Thanks. I gotta admit, your classes are definitely coming in handy. She hasn't fucking seen Ishmael yet. Whatever. I like your attitude. Well, shall we take a look at what I prepared for today? You're teaching about exploring, huh? It's going to be an indoors class? Yes. Exploring. Or yep, exploring, yeah, whatever. Where should I begin? It's a very big subject. Free-soloing to the top of the highest building in Hongyuan, surviving 10 days in Hongyuan backstreets with only 3 items. I had plenty of ideas, but most of them got denied. Wow. And rightly so. Not gonna lie, I really like how they did Zylu's character design. So funky. And that's what I realized, that exploring isn't always limited to adventures in the physical space. A few weeks ago. So I'm just here to fill in. Since this game needs a certain number of players, but... Did I miss something? Did I... Huh? Really? Can you call this tabletop game an adventure? No fucking way! Is it gonna be like fucking D&D? Are they playing D&D? Or some shit? Yet, in games of make-believe, any simulacra Fuck you, Yi-Sang, and your nutty ass words. Yet, in games of make-believe, any God damn it, I can't read. Simulacra, yep, can be made as real as... what a move. I'm very expressive in how I read this. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna roll. Oh, they are fucking playing D&D, aren't they? Gah, young Ishmael, thou hast absolutely pummeled the Gorgon beast with thy fireball spell, rendering it most crispy. I fucking love Dawn. I just realized this might get voiced at some point. That's gonna be fucking hilarious. It was a formidable foe that was wonderfully executed, Miss Ishmael. Oh, really? Well then, as my next move... Oh dear god, it's school! And that's how you came up with this? I've played a few other games, but this is new for me too. I'm still pretty new in general, I guess. This is called Jianghu Journeys, bunch of random Chinese letters, or J&J. It is just fucking D&D. It's quite literally just D&D. What the fuck? Oh my god. It's a popular game among Hong Yuan's youths. It's gotten generally positive reviews too. What Ishmael so proudly presented before everyone appeared to be a board game with numerous cards and minifigures. Okay, what do these huge piles of papers have to do with exploration? Rule number 1. The most experienced player among those gathered becomes the JM. The JM? Yeah, Journey Master. The Journey Master designs the story around the player's choices, sets the stage for what happens next, and generally helps guide the explorers to safely arrive at their goals. That's why the most experienced player takes that role, which would be me. Wisdom, strength, dexterity. Each character seems to have these things called stats. Looks like we just have to pick from a set of pre-made characters for this one. So, I'm supposed to be playing this character's role? Sinclair and Jaya Zichun picked up their cards with confusion clear in their eyes. You arrive at the great city of Yanyun, a place known to be the gathering hub for all kinds of influential people. Oh, yeah, the whole letters again. You traveled here in search of a legendary treasure called, the Tianya Sword. The Sword of Farland. The city of Yanyun. Huh, cool. So why are we looking for that sword again? It's because, so there's this legend in Yanyun about how the sword of... Right. The Tianya sword is the only way to quell the chaos of these lands and bring peace to its people. And also, about having that sword is the proof of the true leader of these lands. And so on forth, you know. Ishmael was stuttering and stammering through the introduction without her usual confidence. I see. The city called Yanyun must be in a lot of trouble too. Seemingly affected by the oddly similar setting of the story, Jaya Zichun nodded solemnly without noticing Ishmael stumbling through the introduction. Well, you know how it is. The point is, you guys need to go find that sword. Then I will claim the Tianya sword no matter what it costs me. Jaya Zichun nods with determination. Worked with Sinclair to come up with creative solutions to all kinds of trials we faced in the adventure. From the rumors you've gathered, it seems that the Kazan Keep might have heard of the whereabouts of that sword. What will you do? I walk up to the Kazan Keep, chat him up and try to gain his trust. Are you sure? Remember, your wisdom strat is extremely low right now, which means that you'll find it hard to form even the simplest sentences. What if I've found a different way to gain the Kazan Keep's trust that doesn't involve sweet-talking him? I do have a pretty high strength stat, which would give me access to certain alternative methods of persuasion that doesn't require skill in speechcraft. So basically what you're saying is... Hold on. I'll try to convince the Chasm Keep. So basically, Sinclair just wants to threaten the guy. Bro. Leave that to, like, Heathcliff or something. Well, and actually, wait, no, I'm an idiot. Heathcliff isn't here. Fucking hell. I think I've got a decent chance at this. My wisdom is pretty high. And you pass the check. The Chasm Keep looks at you, having lowered his guard. Oh, not you, Sinclair. He's still pretty wary of you. Okay, then. I guess I'll just stand in the corner over here, unsheath my weapon, and play around with it for a bit. That's what he expects me to do anyway, isn't it? You're just role-playing Heathcliff now, aren't you? I mention him once, and Dante mentions him too. Ahem. The Chasm Keep shares some information about the sword he heard. He explains that the party should seek northeast towards Yinzi Mountain, Cloudrise. But, what's this? Tears begin to well in the Chasm Keep's eyes as he continues to explain. Apparently, a patrolling guard beat his son pretty badly, just for loitering around the guard. The wound is pretty severe, so he needs medicine, but he can't seem to find any. Oh no. Oh no. That's too bad when we've got a job to do. Since we have what we came here for, we leave the Kazan. Well, they say that jams aren't supposed to interfere with the player's choices, but let's be honest, I would have made the same choice. You can't stop and help out for every little side quest when there's a whole lot of adventure to go through. No, we aren't leaving. We're not leaving, yeah. I'm going to get him that medicine. What? After a few tons of various trials and tribulations for Sinclair, the Chasm Keep's son, who unfortunately was able to recover, fortunately was able to recover, hears your story and hesitantly shares what he knows. You realize that he's talking about the fairy Yaoguai, guardian of the Tianya sword. He explains that the fairy Yaoguai's power grows under bright moonlight. Hold on, isn't it full moon right now? Then we should wait until the sky's overcast. Hearing that, the innkeep's son takes a quick look at the clouds, then tells you that it might be raining in about a week. Glad we helped him out. Phew, okay. Let's make sure we're prepared before we go. We're gonna have to roll 15 or higher to hit. I know, I'm focused. Hey, I rolled a 16. With a final singular strike from Jianghu Journeys, the fairy Yaoguai finally falls to the ground, defeated. Yes, the Tianya sword is ours. Why can I hear... I can hear the background music for the sweepers. Funky. Excited, the party runs up to the sword embedded deep into the earth and grabs enthusiastically upon the hilt. With this we can... However, the defeated fairy Yaoguai, whom the party assumed was dead, suddenly jumps to its feet and lunges at Jianghu Journeys, who pulled the sword from the ground. No! I quickly get between Zichun and the monster. But if that crits, it's going to be pretty deadly even for you. Let's see if you can make the evasion save. 1 and another 1. Nope, that's a critical fail. It's okay. Sinclair falls to the ground, bleeding profusely from the gaping wound. The Yaoguai lies still as well, the final vestiges of its strength completely spent. Sinclair... Why is he... Never mind, he is not covered in blood. Go. Go on without me. Take that sword and go down to the village. Become the leader they need. That sword is your proof. No. No. This sword wouldn't mean anything without my adventuring buddy. I'm gonna bandage Sinclair up and carry him back. I wouldn't leave him behind and descend the mountain all on my own. There she is with that cheeky ass smile again. Wait, if that's your choice, then yeah, the bleeding stops as soon as you wrap him up. But he's just that sturdy, you know? That strike would have killed pretty much anyone, but you know how healthy he is. On your feet, Sinclair. We're getting out of here together. Grab onto my shoulder. That's it, step by step. Hey, Zichun, look over there. Everyone we'd helped and saved on our journeys come out to welcome us home. You're right. If it weren't for you, Sinclair, I never would have stopped and talked to every single villager there to hear their troubles. The sword was only a symbol all along. All of our efforts and the experiences we gained in our journey for the sword were what taught me how to become a good leader, not the sword itself. You're right. The real success of this adventure was everyone's efforts along the way. I feel like the game overtook the class at some point along the way. I love this fucking game. Alright. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, I've been recording for like an hour. This is gonna take an age to upload. Let's see, is there anything else I need to do real quick before I do anything else? Reward exchange, is there anything I can get? Wait, yeah, I have to... Yeah. I have to actually get the achievements. Alright, I got a decent amount. I can, yeah, there it is. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna save up for those fast. Alright. Well. Actually, should I record more of this later? Or should I just do the rest on my own? I can make a post about that. That's what I can do. That's what I can do. You guys get to decide that. Bye.